House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is speaking out this afternoon after President Trump canceled an Oval Office meeting with Democrats. And this was to discuss the looming government shutdown set to start 1 week from tomorrow if no deal is reached.
It's clear that Donald Trump and House Republicans and Senate Republicans are running scared, which is why they refuse to even sit down and have a conversation to discuss the Republican government shutdown and the health care crisis that is going to cause people in the United States of America to die.
And for more on this, CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns joins us now from our Washington bureau. Caitlin, very good to see you here. Can you talk about what stood out to you in that press conference and how much weight do his words have at this point?
Hey, Nancy, it's great to see you. Well, in just over a week, the government is poised to shut down if there can't be a deal reached to move forward with funding the government. And what is on the table right now is something that passed the House of Representatives with Republican support. It's now over in the Senate side, and it's just essentially an extension of current government funding for the next 7 weeks or so, and also includes new security funding for members of Congress in light of the Charlie Kirk shooting. Democrats, however, want to use this as a point of leverage. Now, you may think, don't Republicans control the House and the Senate? That's true, they do. But in the Senate, they have to get 60 votes. Republicans don't have 60 votes to pass something, and so they're going to need support from Democrats to get any of this through. And so Democrats are using this as a point to say, this is what we want out of this if we're going to give you these votes. And I'll say the list of demands from Democrats is pretty lengthy. This is a wish list, really. I mean, they are asking to repeal parts of the One Big Beautiful Bill, particularly dealing with Medicaid. But they are also asking for an extension of Obamacare subsidies, which actually run out at the end of this year. And that's a policy issue where there are some Republicans who agree with that, want to do something about that. But their argument is not in this bill. This is just a clean extension of current funding that buys us enough time to get to the next deadline. So right now, it's basically a staring contest, and we're all wondering who's going to blink first by this time next week.
Yeah, with this staring contest, in your words, and this space still between the two sides, what are these plans, you think? What is the strategy going into this next week ahead?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question, Nancy, because Congress is out all of this week. They're on a planned recess, and the House actually isn't going to come back until October 1st. That is the day of, if the government shuts down, that will be the first day of the shutdown. Their argument is, look, we passed this bill. You don't need anything from us. Ball's in your court, Senate. Senate comes back on Monday, and this is when they're going to have to figure out what to do. Now, Schumer is under unique pressure here. He's the Democratic leader in the Senate side because, if you remember, it's hard to keep track of all these potential shutdowns. But several months ago, Schumer ended up saying to Democrats, OK, you can vote for this bill because we can't let the government shut down. He got a lot of pushback from the left flank over that. And so now he is trying to kind of thread this needle between speaking to the base and also at some point recognizing kind of the math here and kind of the political reality. And so we'll wait to see exactly what he decides, but it's really up to him, not as much Jeffries.
Possibly a very big week ahead. Caitlin Huey-Burns, thank you very much.